Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a new era of arm wrestling. We have all year followed through as the first chapter of the new book of arm wrestling has been written. They started writing it in Malaysia. They continued in China. And we have come to Lumia, Poland to write the last chapter. We have two amazing battles that have been discussed for 6 months already here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the first one is about ready to come out, and let's look to the screens to see who is about to come into stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and welcome to the third and final stage of the top 8 here in Rumia, Poland. We have the singing assassin against the silent assassin, the favourite son of Kazakhstan against multiple times champion of the world, Evgeniy Prudnik. Then we have the 6'9" ice road trucker as he attempts to climb and conquer Mount Levan Sashtasvili, the Georgian Hulk. It has been an unbelievable weekend of arm wrestling, and it concludes tonight with 2 more fantastic matches here in the top 8. 8 guys started this, 8 guys have finished it, but there can only be one guy who can win it. Fighting for 3rd and 4th place will be this man on screen now, Evgeniy Prudnik against Kydyrgali Ongarbaev of Kazakhstan. I am Paul Maiden.
And I'm Rick Commander from Australia.
And we're going to be talking you through tonight's proceedings as we see this Spartan of a man, Evgeniy Prudnik.
The wonder, the miracle, the superstar of Ukraine, Evgeniy Prudnik!
Look at the face on that man. Look at the size of him. Gained so much weight over the last 12 months, Rick. He is an absolute specimen. Multiple-time champion of the world. Struts onto the stage like King Cockerel from the farm. He is unbelievable. Look at the focus on that man's face. His opponent, Kydyrgali Ongarbaev from Kazakhstan, also being champion of the world, will make his way and try and upset the apple cart against the Ukrainian.
Kydyrgali has absolutely been my favourite top 8 arm wrestler this whole series. Starting in Malaysia onto China, he has been amazing. Really, because he's always been giving up like 20 to 40 kilos in the first match, but never gives up. And his speed and ferocity, and as you can see on the highlights, he's just at it non-stop, doesn't give you a break. So he's been really amazing. And the Wonder Kid, that's what he is. He is absolutely a wonder. Amazing arm wrestler.
Yeah, maybe he's the 8th wonder of the world. I mean, no one gave him a chance against the giant Levan. It finished 6-0 to the huge the Georgian Hulk. But many people give him praise for what he did to Levan's hand. And if he can repeat that this evening, he may give Prudnik more trouble than people think.
I feel like if you get an arm wrestle the same way with the same intensity, hitting those same spots that he did in China, I think he's gonna crack Prudnik's hand back for sure, guaranteed.
We're going to find out very soon as we see him there on the building site. This guy is a full-time professional arm wrestler, the favourite son of Kazakhstan. When this man walks down the street, kids jump all over him. He's given cars, he's given money. He puts the time and effort in as he tries to secure his 3rd spot here in Poland.
Yeah, Prudnik's going to want to slow him down if he can. It's going to be an interesting match.
It certainly is. As you see these two guys walking up to the stage, Ongarbaev wearing the glove there, trying to keep his hand warm, keeping the blood flowing. He doesn't want cold hands, he doesn't want it feeling thin, he wants to keep the pump in the hand, the size of the hand, keeping his body warm with the jacket. He's going to wait till the last second to take it off. Last second of round 1 as Prudnik walking around the stage like a caged animal, Rick.
Yeah.
Look at the focus on his face. Such poise, such guile. He's a Sioux. He's just a pure Ukrainian gladiator. Sometimes I look at him and I do believe he's got the potential to be the #1 arm wrestler in the world. I'm just not quite sure if he's got the size to do it. He joined the top 8 this year in the super heavyweight class. I would like to see him drop down to the 95 kilo division, but as he's proven this year, he can mix it with anybody in the world.
Yeah, well, both of these two pools could definitely go down to the 95 if they wanted to. They're around about that 110, 120 kilos. So I'm sure if they wanted to and the opportunity's there for them, they probably would drop down to 95. But we'll see what happens tonight, because, I mean, this is for 3rd and 4th in the world of a true global event. So, I mean, they really don't need to. They belong here. They are the top of the top, so...
Well, we're going to find out in a moment as the bell goes ding-ding. We're around #1. Prudnik sporting the yellow t-shirt, Ongarbaev in the red. The referee will want to see the shoulders square, the wrists straight and the thumb knuckle visible. This is to make sure that both guys are getting a first start. If they cannot get their own grip within 30 seconds, the referee will then get the grip for them. As you can see, shoulders square, wrist straight, thumbs knuckle visible. As the referee asks Ongarbaev to come down with their fingers. Prudnik, very interesting setup there, looking for the straps, maybe.
Yeah, looking to come out straight away. Setting that high. Unless maybe he's going to dive down. I'm not sure. What do you think, Paul?
I think Prudnik will try and look for the straps. I think he'll look for the slip to get the straps, get the extra connection, the extra safety of the strap around the wrist.
Yeah, be conscious of the speed.
We saw he'll be looking at the blueprint of the Levan match.
Yes.
So he may not try and hold on. It'd be silly to try and hold on to Ongarbaev.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. I think arm on arm, Prudnik would have it. So, yeah, be the call. He definitely want to get to the straps as soon as possible.
Make no mistake. As you see the perspiring sweat on Ongarbaev's forehead, he will be 100% ready. Fascinating matchup here in Rumia, Poland. Oh, we have Ongarbaev, the referee signals. Ongarbaev moved in the referee's grip. He rised up, which basically he covered Prudnik's knuckle unfairly during the referee's grip, which you are not allowed to move.
Yep.
For the public watching at home, the people on television, the referee will not allow this match to go unless it's fair. As she now wraps her thumbs, Ongarbaev's hand being wrapped. We see the cornerman, the Prudnik, as his hand gets wrapped, we slip and we go to the straps. Wow.
Well done. Paul, you called it. Your crystal ball's working well today, mate. You're spot on with the call.
Ongarbaev signalling that he wants to strap low. Be interesting to see how he sets up in these now. And Prudnik making sure he can get maximum hand height there, dropping down into a slight pistol grip, bending down his wrist. Ongarbaev trying to get a little bit higher.
Do you think this is going to go to a top roll, double top roll, or will they try and go inside?
I think Prudnik's purposely got the height on the arm, and he's dropping the wrist to try and take maybe a lower hand position.
Yeah. To try and force him inside or go outside?
I think we're definitely going to be looking at a minimum high hook.
Okay, double high hook.
Prudnik will just want to get this one on the board.
Oh.
His last match against Vitaly didn't go as planned in China.
Prudnik's got a good setup there, webbing high.
Round one here in the top 8. The finals of the top 8, the last 2 matches of this evening. The Vendetta top 8 here in Rumia, Poland, 2019. The 3rd and final stage of a very successful year.
The winner takes 3rd, yeah? Yep. On this one, yeah?
Prudnik versus Ongarbaev. As you can see, both guys, they're sporting a very similar grip. Both guys have got tension into the strap already. This will be a back pressure test. Oh, and Prudnik with a big hit centre table, but Ongarbaev matches him.
Oh, what a match.
Oh, Ongarbaev.
What a match. Ongarbaev matched him. Has now got the wrist, working on the hand, over it's going.
We have a war here in Poland centre table as we see Prudnik's wrist flop back. Ongarbaev takes it. Prudnik thinks better of it, doesn't want to fight though for too long.
Yeah.
And Ongarbaev gets the shock first pin victory, Rick.
Yeah. Well, very professional there by Prudnik, not to work too much in that losing position. He'd already lost his hand, so there's no point keep fighting and blowing yourself out. This is a best of 6. So yeah, early on, definitely don't want to blow your arm out too much by keep fighting in the losing position. So he pretty much gave that one away just at the pad there.
Prudnik thought he'd test out a top roll with Ongarbaev.
Yeah.
Come out second best though. I think we might see a change of plan for Prudnik. Slip, straps, this time set up a little bit different and trying to force the hook.
Yeah, force the hook, get on the bone and go bone and bone, work inside.
You can see that giant arm of Prudnik. Normally competing around about the 90 kilo, 95 kilo division, walking round about 102. He's gained at least 10 to 15 kilograms during this year, purposely gaining the weight to compete with the big guys. Ongarbaev about 103 kilograms. Very explosive is Ongarbaev. As you can see, the giant shoulders of Evgeniy Prudnik. A little nod and shake of his head. Walking around, contemplating. Very smart pull of his Prudnik. The cogs will be ticking around. He'll be thinking, he's not worried. He's been in this position many times before. He's got 6 rounds.
Plenty of time to come back, plenty of time.
Ongarbaev will be happy. He'll not be taking this for granted.
It was very even at the start. Round 2.
Ding ding, round 2.
2-0 to Kydyrgali, Ongarbaev.
Ukraine versus Kazakhstan. Here in Rumia, Poland. 3rd and final stage, the conclusion of this year's season of the top 8. So exciting, Rick. Next year we're going to have a minus 95 kilo top 8 with the success in Malaysia, the success in China, now this massive success in Poland, and the adding of a new weight class. Arm wrestling is on the up here. and all over the world.
Yeah, and they're looking at some new locations. I'm not sure exactly where, but they do have some new locations they're talking about. They'll be interesting to see over the next couple of months. I think we will hear some news on it.
Strap match again. Have we got square in the air? The referee goes to the square in the air, signals an elbow foul. We might see this on the replay. Ongarbaev with an elbow foul. Will we see the replay, or will the guys just come back to the table and continue to go to battle?
What do you think's happening there, Paul? Is it Ongarbaev going for the strap, or was it Prudnik? And either one of them is saying, no, I'm not having it, and holding on. That's why we got an elbow foul?
I didn't think that Ongarbaev would necessarily want the strap with Prudnik. I thought he would have possibly preferred just stay out of the straps if Prudnik gets his hand, but after the first match he'll be very confident.
Yeah.
Prudnik at the moment is the man who has to change. And change, he looks like he's trying to force that hook there. Oh, and he does force a hook, but he forces it with is it a jump and a go? One warning for a false start. What happens there, folks, is before the referee gives a signal, ready, go, which lets the arm wrestlers hit to the pad, he went on ready, which isn't allowed. So if you're watching and wondering why at home, he went before he was allowed to go. He has to wait for the call, ready, go.
So both pullers are on one foul, so both have a foul each. One more foul, they lose the match. So things will slow down a little bit here, but I'm pretty sure Prudnik's going to go for the same, straight through for a press. But remember, they are both on one foul.
Yeah, he looked very successful there with that. As you can see him getting the index finger on top of Kydyrgali's knuckle. Oh, big top roll change, surprise. He's got many tools in his box as Prudnik.
Yeah, wow. Went straight back outside. I thought he would go inside, but nope, straight back outside.
It's like Gandalf the Grey. Pulling out some wizardry tricks. He's Evgeniy, the Ukrainian. Like I said, the cogs will be turning. He'll be constantly feeling and touching and prodding Ongarbaev.
Yep.
Ongarbaev knows he can't be anywhere else but into the wrist and hand of Prudnik, and he will be fighting tooth and nail to get that position. This will be interesting now. Prudnik knows that if it does turn inside, the match will 99% surely be his. The referee is applying the strap. What are you looking for here, Rick, with the strap now?
Ongarbaev wants to get his webbing high, and I know for a fact he's going to be thinking about that press. So he want to do a kickback, I reckon. I reckon he want to have that.
So what you're saying, he'll be trying to use the strap,
yeah,
to almost run away, go with the power of Prudnik,
yes,
to bring him into a false sense of security.
Absolutely.
So he's making him run into it like he'd be running into a brick wall, stop,
yep,
and then he gains position.
Absolutely.
Extremely clever arm wrestling, Rick.
Yep.
Both guys knowing how important this next pin is, especially Prudnik in the yellow.
Yeah, Prudnik setting up to go through for the press. Can Ungar slow him down?
Ongarbaev, sporting his red t-shirt, the slender of the two men. Certainly didn't appear the weaker in the first round. 1-0, the current score to the man from Kazakhstan.
I like his setup. I like where he is here. He's got a webbing a little bit higher.
Prudnik there. Look at the heel on the table. He's going to try and push straight forward. He's going to use his body, jolt off that table leg. Ongarbaev will run to the back of the pad, trying to take away the angle of Prudnik before he gets to his position. Oh, Prudnik does get his position.
Oh no, it's gone
One
early.
false
That's
start.
2 fouls.
No, it's two fouls. Sorry, two warnings, 1 foul.
Okay, so the first one was a warning, and then the second one's a foul. Okay, yep, so 1 foul.
Prudnik there needs to be patient. He knows he has to get position. As you can see, Ongarbaev there changing his wrist position slightly to almost a pistol grip to try and make Evgeniy run into his wrist. Oh, and he does run into the wrist, but Evgeny's got too much hand this time and puts Ongarbaev to the pad and equals the match 1-1 here in Rumia, Poland.
Prudnik has worked it out pretty quick. Outside, inside, then outside again, then went inside again. Such a high IQ, Prudnik, the way he arm wrestles, very intelligent. It's not just about power. You've got to be versatile in arm wrestling, especially at this elite level, and he showed it right there. Wow, that was amazing.
Oh,
Great
yes.
arm wrestling, very strong.
Just turned under slightly was Kydyrgali, and when you turned under and you go inside with Evgeniy Prudnik, there's very few men in the world can do anything from that position. As he slumps into his chair, getting his arm worked on by the cornerman, a little bit of ice being rubbed up and down the arm. Ongarbaev deciding to stay stood up, maybe playing a few mind games, trying to show that he's got plenty left in the tank.
Yeah, 1-1.
Oh, he's now taking a seat and he's sweating profusely. As he takes a drink of water. We're ticking round in his head now. Prudnik has given something to think about. He won't be overly worried. It's 1-1 here. The third and final stage of the top 8. Prudnik looks super focused as we hear the bell for round number 3. The crowd there, 1,856 people have crammed in for this third and final stage. Record crowd here at the Mozilla Sports Hall in Rumia, Poland. Ongarbaev, the first one to walk to the table. Prudnik rubbing his arm.
They both still look pretty fresh though, so.
Be interesting to see if Ongarbaev will try and change to another position. It's Prudnik once again setting across the body of Ongarbaev. Shoulders square or a straight, thumbs knuckle visible. We're almost ready to go. Ready to go, and we're off. This time, Kydyrgali gets a little bit of hand position. Prudnik gets it back, and we slip centre table straps.
Nice hit, very nice hit. I think he caught Prudnik off guard then, didn't he? That's what it seemed like.
Prudnik definitely wants the straps, Rick. He's clearly finding it easier to try and contain the hand and wrist of Kydyrgali.
Yeah.
He tried in round 1 to try and match him. Back pressure for back pressure. It didn't work. It didn't quite work. He come off second best. He got everything he wanted in round number 2, and as Prudnik signals the cross upon his chest, he will be getting the strap put on, and he will be trying to put Ongarbaev back into the pad.
Same moves as round 2 for sure. He's going to come through with the press. Bone to bone, straight down if he can. So how do you defend a move like that, Paul?
Well, if I was trying to defend Prudnik, I'm sure I would lose 6-0. I think Ongarbaev he's obviously got the right idea. He's been a little bit one-dimensional with these stronger guys. I mean, he's giving up so much weight. You can't really try and go bone to bone and arm to arm with someone of Prudnik's stature. Prudnik is one of the strongest men in the world, especially when he puts that hook in. In Malaysia, we saw him take out Rustam Babayev 6-0 inside. He's got some serious horsepower. As you can see on the setup there, he's got knuckles to the ceiling, he's got wrist connection, he's got 3 points of contact, wrist, hand and fingers, all on Ongarbaev. It's so hard to crack, and if he does crack into the hand, he's still got 2 points of contact to try and pull through.
Yeah. So wanting to see Knuckles now, trying to negotiate, got to open the fingers up.
I would try and move Prudnik just an inch off his arm. Get position before I went for any sort of pin, so I didn't open myself up. Try and use that strap, coil up like a spring. As you can see, the elbow position of Kydyrgali tucked under slightly, so when he does hit sideways, it will come around like a pendulum.
Yeah.
Oh, but he gets pulled and tucked under. Held him from the pad, but only for a second, as Prudnik makes it 2-1. Ukraine 2, Kazakhstan 1. In this battle for 3rd and 4th in the top 8 third stage, Rumia, Poland.
I'm a little surprised. I just thought Ongarbaev would be able to do a little bit more with that, but that's 2 rounds in a row where he just cannot really slow it down. I mean, there's a little bit of a stop, but not much really on the way to the pad. So I thought Ongarbaev might have gone a little bit more height, try to get him back off that line a bit more, but it's just not happening for him right now. So maybe he's hoping fatigue might set in with Prudnik. So we'll see in round 4. It's 2-1 Prudnik, but yeah, what do you think?
Prudnik had a fantastic setup there, Ricky. Yeah. He had the 3 points of contact in the arm. He had his elbow vertical. It was very difficult. If Ongarbaev was to come forward, he'd have only given Prudnik more and more circumference on the body of Ongarbaev. So he's trying to back off and run off underneath.
So would he need to be putting his elbow to the front of the pad or the back of the pad to get a better result for that move, to get him off that bone line of doing a press?
I think if I was to be pulling that match now, I would have to try and get myself A-side on Prudnik. I would move myself over to the left-hand side of the pad.
Yep.
I would attempt to just bust Prudnik 1 or 2 inches and then let Prudnik's own momentum hopefully break himself open into the hand and wrist. I would not be pulling underneath myself. As you saw Kydyrgali though, is pulling underneath to try and run away from the power of Prudnik. It's clearly not working. That's the second attempt now.
Yep.
As we see the 2 red boxes on Ongarbaev's screen. He can't afford to run away. He has to try and move him an inch or 2. Whether or not he has the side pressure to do that, we're going to find out. We're only in round number 3, going into round number 4. As we hear the bell for round number 4, Ongarbaev will be thinking, be slightly concerned. He definitely needs to change. If he can just move, just to hit for 2 inches, just move 1 or 2 inches and let the momentum of Prudnik pull through himself, he has a chance. If that strap tightens, as we saw in round 1,
yes,
Ongarbaev can take this match.
Yep. Ongarbaev being very experienced pool, he'd be thinking about all those things and just trying to put it together.
Ongarbaev is perspiring like a pudding in a pot of boiling hot water. Look at the sweat roll down his back. He's so warm under those lights, so much pressure. For both these gentlemen, as we slip and we go to the straps one more time. Prudnik's so clever. He really is a magician. He never seemed to be going to the well too many times. He can change. The man who needs to change right now is Ongarbaev.
Is it an option for Ongarbaev to drive forward and maybe try to get the bone on bone? No option, you don't think? I mean, because it's just out strength, or
possibly. I mean, it depends how much side pressure he has to match with Evgeniy. Not many can match him though.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to change the angle on the arm. Yes. If he's going to do this, he needs to change the angle on the arm and punch up and through 2 inches through Prudnik's shoulder, round about 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And if he can do this with a couple of inches and put Evgeniy Prudnik's hand outside of his shoulder and take away from them big muscles he's been building, again, he's every chance. Ongarbaev is a world champion. He's just been out arm wrestled at the moment, out muscled by Evgeniy. He's got a giant hand, as you can see the index finger on Ongarbaev's top knuckle.
Oh, I like that setup for Ongarbaev though.
One foul. Is it one warning? Prudnik, slightly twitchy once again. Needs to try and listen to the referee. False start, one warning. Needs to keep calm, keep focused. Oh, this time Ongarbaev does get some purchase into the strap, but Prudnik just too strong.
Yeah. What we're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is Prudnik is just too strong. Ongarbaev got exactly what he wanted. We talked about it, but Prudnik is just so strong. Came in amazing shape, an absolute powerhouse. That was amazing. Just
it's a masterclass of arm wrestling, Rick, there from Evgeniy Prudnik. Guy is an animal. many, many times champion of the world, still focused as he's strutting up and down the stage, refusing to sit down, as is Ongarbaev.
Prudnik needs one more win to guarantee third place. 3-1. Evgeniy can still come back if he wins the next two to be 3-3, and then we'll go into a decider, I guess.
Sudden death decider.
Yeah, because we'd have to have a winner.
Prudnik, now you can see the difference in him from round one. Looked a little bit dejected in round one when he couldn't beat Ongarbaev via top roll. Now he's got these 3 green boxes, 3 victories. Seems a little bit more confident, a little bit more cocksure of himself.
I'm glad that we didn't do predictions at the start of this one, Paul. I think I might have been wrong if we had done the predictions. So I'm glad that you forgot to ask me. Yeah, because this is not going the way I thought it was going to go, to be honest.
You know, it's so difficult when you're pulling it at such a high level. On any given day, you could pull this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we could have 5 different results in 5 days. When you're pulling at this high level like these guys are, full-time professional athletes, you know, anything goes, you know. 1, 2, 3 extra days rest, one little bit of tendinitis.
Round 5, Prudnik needs 1 win.
Prudnik, formerly an actor in the theatre, but he had a hobby as a hitman. And we're seeing that now with a 3-1 lead over Ongarbaev from Kazakhstan. Slip, going to the straps one more time.
To the straps again. We have
a little slight grin there. Prudnik knows.
He's feeling very confident.
Oh, see a little bit of skin pulled off the back of his hand. Ongarbaev doing all he can to try and clamp onto the hand of Prudnik. Even now putting a little bit more extra chalking up the elbow, trying to create less friction so we can get some movement in that strap. No matter what happens, Ongarbaev will be joining Rustam Babayev in the 95 kilo top 8 next year. He's done himself and his country proud in the fantastic arm wrestling nation of Kazakhstan, as is Evgeniy Prudnik from the Ukraine. So many fantastic arm wrestlers coming out of the Ukraine.
Yeah, amazing, amazing, just amazing. So many world champions from the Ukraine.
And 2 of them have been in the top 8 this year, Rick.
Yes, they have, yeah. Performed amazing as usual.
So the referee is going to want those shoulders square, wrists straight. She's going to ask for the thumb knuckles to be visible before she gives the call, ready, go. Ongarbaev needs to get this pin. He needs this match. Otherwise, Evgeniy Prudnik has secured himself 3rd place at the 3rd stage at the top 8 here in Rumia, Poland.
Yeah, Prudnik doesn't seem to be fighting too hard for it. He's pretty confident with his setup. Obviously pretty confident in that strap the way it is. Ongarbaev seems a little stressed though. He keeps moving around, wanting to get more.
Oh, again, Ongarbaev with a big top roll attack. Prudnik just too strong, taking full control of the bicep, turning Ongarbaev onto his bicep, and once that pronation has gone, Prudnik just gives a little cheeky grin and pulls him down to the pad.
And there we have it. Prudnik is, 3rd place. Places 3rd in the top 8 final. Well done, Prudnik. Very dominant performance. 4-1. Ongarbaev can't come back from here.
Never mind the Kraken. We have to release the Prudnik on the world. First year in the top 8. Amazing result. 3rd place. He's secured that now. The next couple of matches will be for pride for Ongarbaev. Prudnik will want to make a statement. He will want to show the world that he has put Ongarbaev to the sword.
There will be no easing up here. He'll want to win at 5-1 and be very dominant.
You can see the focus on Prudnik though. He's the way he's moving up and down the stage. He's refusing to sit down. The focus, the eyes of a Swedish seagull looking for its next meal. Sorry, as we hit round number 6, as our girls who do a fantastic job.
Prudnik 4-1 up. 4-1 up, and we'll try to close this out so there'll be no easing off at all. I know Prudnik came into this competition in Malaysia and was here to win it. So yeah, he's got third, but he really did want to win. If you watch the way he competed through the whole series, he had put on a lot of weight and taken it very seriously. And as you've seen here tonight, he's just been focused and wanted to prove a point that he's very dominant and wants to win it.
I think we might see the straps one more time. It's Evgeniy Prudnik. Yeah, there we go, slip straps. Referee signals the straps. He's going to put that yellow buckle around the hands one more time. She asking the wrestlers, did they want to go to straps? Ongarbaev declining the invitation to go to the straps. And as you can see, Prudnik wandering down the stage. Little bit of information, maybe a little tip or so. Taking his time to come back to the stage. He will want to savour this victory like a medium rare steak. He'll want this so much after his loss in the China second stage against Vitaly Letin. Many people was tipping Prudnik to upset the apple cart there. It wasn't to come to fruition for the man from the Ukraine.
This is the last round between them.
But if he can secure a 5-1 victory over the favourite son of Kazakhstan, Kydyrgali Ongarbaev, it will be a fantastic finish to the arm wrestling calendar for this man. As Ongarbaev posting high now, we can possibly try something different. Just needs to try and move Prudnik slightly off his arm. Gets a bit of purchase as Prudnik this time tries a top roll, and he gets. Oh, we have a war in the centre of the table, and Prudnik losing his hand one more time. He's signalling to Ongarbaev, come on, pull at my arm. A war in the middle of the table.
Great match, well done, great match. Ongarbaev coming up strong in the last round. Well done, mate. Fantastic pulling.
4-2 to the Ukrainian Evgeniy Prudnik, your winner, and claims third spot at the third stage of the top 8 here in Rumia, Poland. Ongarbaev has done himself and his country proud as the guys embrace with a hug. We're going to hear from them in just a moment's time. But folks, if you are in the kitchen making yourself a cup of tea, get yourself some biscuits, get yourself on the settee, stop talking to your granny, start watching this match, because you are going to be in for an absolute treat as we bring the Ice Road Trucker against the Georgian Hulk in the finale at the third stage of the top 8. Who is going to take home the $50,000 prize?
To celebrate them for the Zelensky, we're going to start out with the man who has lost the battle, but he has won the hearts of the arm wrestling world this year, Kydyrgali Ongarbaev! Losing the first match, but that was the end of it. We have known he is a superstar, but there have been many bumps along the road. Let's hear it for Evgeniy Prudnik!
Кыдыр, ты готовился очень тяжело, я знаю. серьезно готовился к этому поединку. Что случилось сегодня? Почему ты не смог победить Женю со счетом 4-2?
Kadir, you approached this fight very seriously. What happened? Why couldn't you win from Zhenya?
Женя, а как себя чувствует чемпион, тот, кто выиграл? Насколько тяжело тебе далась эта победа?
Evgeniy, how the champion feels?
Очень было тяжело, вы сами видели. Вот, я сейчас еще до сих пор не могу отдышаться. Вот, а Кадыр спокойный стоит. Просто единственное, может быть, моей выносливости меньше, но зато больше силы, но ее хватило для Кадыра. Вот, он очень опытный, очень сильный спортсмен. И я знал, что будет борьба очень тяжелая, очень спорная, и мы все это видели, начиная с первого раунда и заканчивая последним раундом. Кydyrgali Alga.
The fight was very hard, and I can hardly hold my breath right now. And Kydyrgali is very, very strong, but I'm probably more endurable, and my endurance was enough to win this fight. Kydyrgali is very experienced and very strong athlete, and I knew that this fight will not be easy.
Мы знаем, что Кydyrgali переходит в 95 килограмм. Он будет бороться с такими легендами, как Рустам Бабаев, Джон Брзенк, сейчас пришла новая кровь. Там будет Олег Петренко и другие талантливые спортсмены. Об этом будем уже говорить попозже. Желаем удачи нашему Kydyrgali и увидим его в новом сезоне в 95 килограммов.
Kydyrgali stays in the top 8. He goes to the 95 weight category, top 8, and we would like to wish him good luck against such opponents as Oleg Petrenko and John Brzenk and others. So let's wish him good luck in new season.
Super Kid Ongarbaev!
Ну а сейчас переходим к следующему немаловажному поединку, а точнее